seemed like the half-court offense was really working tonight. Lots of ball movement, assisted threes. Just what about the execution or the shot selection led to that?
Just playing unselfish, touching the paint, hitting the pocket, making the extra pass. So, yeah, to your point, it was very crisp, and felt like guys were intentionally looking for each other and making the extra pass and not forcing anything. And so it can look like that when we play that way. And against a team that really loads up the paint, we made the extra pass, and guys shot it well.
You guys ended up with a really wide rebounding margin, but in the first quarter, I think they actually outscored you guys in second chance points and in offensive rebound. Just how did you adjust after that?
Well, we didn't miss a lot early. So from the start, we were obviously shot a high percentage in that quarter, so not a lot of rebounds for us. But they missed a few drives and where we tried to go block, and the secondary help didn't come over and got a few putbacks. But overall, I was happy with it. I mean, 20-point quarter for them. And, like you said, they got a bunch of second chance points. And so our initial defense was good. And then we just got back to doing what we're doing. And we missed a few shots. Guys were going after it and making an impact. But I'd rather take the made shots and less opportunities.
Solid night for Jaylen on a back-to-back. Are you seeing any progress in how he's shouldering the physical load, especially with Fred out of the lineup here?
Yeah, I said that to the team. It was a very professional approach by guys tonight. Second night of back-to-back. In a hard-fought game yesterday, and they played as well, but we've seen how it can look on the second night regardless of the opponent. So loved our approach to it. 46-point first half for them, shooting in the 30s and us scoring 64, and then really liked the third quarter, to extend that 16-point lead to 24, and the focus to come out there, and that part was great. So impressive job overall. None of their starters scored double figures, and so did a hell of a job there defensively.
What did you all do well specifically defensively on De'Aaron Fox, held to 7 points tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously got some length on him and physical defenders, first off, but I think our bigs were up in a good spot. Didn't give them a lot of room to come off, and I think just continue to play in its rear view the whole time and contest a lot of those shots, not put them at the free throw line. So, credit to everybody. It was a little bit of everybody got the shot, but it's the focus of ours, obviously, with the Wembanyama out, that we got to focus on him.
Ben played in a crowd under the basket quite a few times tonight. I think he saw a triple team at one point. Just how does he have the awareness to manipulate those tight spaces and still get to the rim?
I mean, his size and athleticism. He can kind of jump over and see everything. So that's what we didn't do as well early was, played in the crowd when some of those putback opportunities, got to find the kickouts. But, they're trying to go under, and the screens are low. It's going to be a crowd down there. He can usually jump over to score. But if he's in there, he's a good enough passer to find guys, and we had quite a few kickouts from him, and like I said, guys made shots.
Doc Rivers was pretty effusive in his praise of Jaylen last night. What are you seeing from Jaylen's game, especially beyond the arc? It seems like he's in a good rhythm right now.
From three specifically?
Yeah,
I mean, last night 5 for 11. I felt he could have taken 5 or so more. He drove into the crowd a little bit when Lopez was back. He had those looks. He wanted him to stay aggressive there, and really opens up everything when he's shooting those shots or hitting them. Opens up his driving lanes, brings the big up, opens up the pocket. But he's been very consistent. So even on a whatever you want to say an off night, not saying tonight was, but on one of his off nights, he's still getting in that 20-point scoring range and consistently doing other things as well. So he's been very good lately for sure.
I believe that on the ESPN broadcast, Richard Jefferson was also praising Jaylen and saying, he's one of the most improved players in the league this year. In your mind, I know all of your guys have taken some jumps, but who on this team is, your most improved?
I mean, it's really, it all comes down to consistency for me, and that's across the board. And we talked about that specifically after the Utah game, is what we want to be for this last 25 games of the season, and not making the same mistakes over and learning from, the experiences that we're going through. And so he's really done that. Obviously, I'm in, and guys that are, getting more run and getting more a different role with Fred being out, they're growing as well. And so, yeah, it's a little bit of everybody, and that's what's going to make us a really good team, good balanced team, is that experience and that consistency across the board, and that's the theme of the year for us.
Who do you want this team to be in the last 25 games? What traits do you want to see from your club?
Yeah, aggressive mindset on both sides. Doing what we do best to turn defense to offense. I think you really saw it last night to start the Milwaukee game. It felt like the start of the year when we were really into guys, making everything tough. A lot of times we come out just a little too late back and let teams get some confidence and a rhythm. And so we can be disruptors from the start. That's great. And then when we have to grind it out, we have to grind it out. So however it takes to get it done, I think you've seen us do that this year.
Cam has been squeezed out of the rotation in the last few games. Is that just a byproduct of Jabari being back?
Yeah, really, in the nights when we don't have everybody's getting an opportunity there. But with Jabari back and Tari, those games they play, it's not a ton of minutes, just like at the start of the season for all the wings. Like I said, depth is a really good problem, but people are going to get squeezed out for sure, and it's due to Jabari coming back for sure.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.